Hallo und willkommen zu Lonestar. Wir spielen Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot's First Cases. Wir sind bei unserem ersten Fall. I presume this is the lady of the house. She holds quite a presence and, from what Mademoiselle Elizabeth has said, she is not one to be on the wrong side of. I must talk with her before beginning my search. Ah, da steht sie. Ich finde es schade, dass das nicht ganz vertont ist. Ah, Stiefel. Cassandra.
Who are you? You are not the commanding officer I requested.
No, dear madame, I am Officer Hercule Poirot. I can assure you that,
This will simply not do. I sent Elizabeth to bring me a competent lawman.
And that is what she has brought, madame. Now, I would like to continue my investigation.
I understand a bracelet has gone missing.
You understand correctly. It is my daughter's bracelet. It is a rather expensive piece.
And valuable to your daughter, no doubt. It was a gift.
Yes, it was from her late father, my husband, the Viscount, and it has not gone missing. It was stolen.
I've been informed that you believe you have caught the culprit.
I do not believe so. I know so. It was Florette, the maidservant. I knew I could not trust her.
And why is that?
Because I don't. I do not need to explain myself any further, especially to a measly officer.
Ja, ich mag sie jetzt schon.
Don't be ridiculous. I have told you who is guilty. If there had been a break-in, surely it would be your job to stop them.
If it was the case, of course, madame. Although I cannot predict a burglar's movement.
Perhaps then you have proved me right, and you aren't the competent officer I require.
Never have I met someone so adamant that they don't require help from the police. Her accusation against the maid is rather questionable. There must be more to the story, and it is my duty to uncover it.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
Unhelpful. Madame van Bosch was so quick to accuse the maidservant Florette. I wonder if this hasty accusation hides behind a deeper reason. Main hall. Elizabeth. Cassandra. Each time you meet a new character, you'll unlock their character profile. Press F to view a list of everyone you've met so far. The lady of the house. Abrupt and snobbish, she is hesitant to help me in my investigation, already placing the blame on the young maidservant Florette. I can see a challenge persuading her of anything other than what she already believes. Character profiles are expanded as you play through the prologue and main story. Press right mouse to backtrack when you're ready. Da kann man wohl irgendwas mit verbinden dann. Elizabeth reported the theft. It is locked and sobbing can be heard inside. I assume Madame has taken the law into her own hands. A rose and crossed arrow symbol adorns the door, perhaps a signal of forbidden love. Come, my little grey cells, let us solve this mystery. Searching the kitchen is not essential to my current investigation. Code.
Huh.
There is nothing in particular about this code. But what is this in the pocket? Hidden inside the coat pocket, also fairly plain, it is still an attractive item of jewelry. I wonder if it holds a special significance. The one ring. Gold band. Kann ich wohl nicht mitnehmen. Upstairs waren wir noch nicht. Was haben wir hier? Portrait of Gentleman.
Ah.
Rather impressive portrait, I must say. Kann man das noch näher anschauen? Wohl nicht. Telefon.
Aha.
It does not seem to be working. Why would a house of this size be working without a working telephone? Verarmter Adel. Versicherungsbetrug. Auction crate.
Huh.
Various art pieces have been packed and addressed to the auction house. I assume Madame did this. Aha, die brauchen also Kohle. Collection of Books. Sind aber sehr seltsam da oben hingestopft.
Oh.
Some of the greatest authors and novels throughout history. Collection of classic novels. Dann reden wir erstmal nochmal mit der. Da unten liegt auch irgendwas, aber das kann ich nicht anschauen. Und das weiß ich auch nicht, was es ist.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
I couldn't help but admire the handsome monsieur in the portrait on the wall.
And what is your point?
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve.
Would you permit me to enter the lounge?
Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain there, and I, the keyholder, until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Ich glaube, wir sollten sie einfach sofort verhaften.
Merci, Madame. You have been most helpful.
Ja, die glauben immer, dass was Besseres sind hier, ha? Können wir jetzt hoch? Kann man da irgendwas sehen? Missing painting.
Ah.
There has obviously been something previously hanging in this position. Was it stolen, I wonder? This must be the scene of the crime. I was expecting to find clues, not who I must assume is the daughter. I can only hope she has not tampered with the scene. Angeline.
What do you think you're doing in here? Who let you in?
Mademoiselle Angeline, I presume. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
An officer of the law? But what are you doing here?
law.
Don't you need to be chasing down the burglar?
Your bracelet has gone missing. It is only correct. I speak with all members of the house and investigate the scene of the crime.
Ah, if we must.
Merci. I will attempt to take up as little of your time as possible.
Why don't you begin by telling me about what has happened?
Some rat stole my bracelet this morning. Even though it's clear someone has broken in, Maman refused to listen and blamed Fleurette.
You sound very convinced it was taken by someone from outside of the house.
My window was open when I returned. How else can you explain that?
The bracelet in question, it must have been of particular value to justify such a daring burglary.
It is of great value. Money was no object to father.
It was a gift from your father. I can only assume it holds great value to you also.
Of course it does. What a silly thing to say. It's a good thing Maman had it insured with the others.
Ah, insured. I'm trying to understand how someone could have entered and exited your room unnoticed.
It must have been while I was down at breakfast with Elizabeth. She was with me all morning.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth was with you until you discovered the bracelet was missing?
She was. She woke me up later than usual. I washed and dressed, and we went down to the lounge for breakfast.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
This is where the bracelet in question has been last seen. I must investigate the crime scene thoroughly, leaving no stone unturned. Ja, ich weiß aber gar nicht, ob es hier irgendwelche Steine in dem Raum gibt, aber ich kann mal gucken. Ich höre ein Feuer, aber ich sehe keins. This must keep the room rather snug on a cold evening. Ein Bild, was haben wir hier? Cleaning rack. Da unten liegt auch was. It is covered in a black powder. It would not be too much of an assumption to think it has been come from dealing with the fireplace. Ja, das unten kann ich mir nicht anschauen. To Main Hall kann ich nur rausgehen. Da mit dem Fireplace, da ist doch was. Something has obviously resided here for some time and only moved recently. Rectangular dust recess. Open window.
Aha.
The frame is notably cracked. Furthermore, the internal latch shows it has been opened from the inside. And rather forcefully, I must add. Okay, also nicht von außen. Broken glass. Rather irresponsible and dangerous to leave it in this state, whether one is in a rush or not. Zeitung, photograph of gentleman. Ist es der gleiche wie unten? The gentleman is the same as the one from the hallway. Judging by the cracked glass, it must have been recently dropped.
Ha.
Kann man hier irgendwas erkennen? Da hat er irgendwas. Da liegt irgendwas, können wir uns aber nicht anschauen. Hier auch nicht. Abandoned Poker. It has been left out, oddly not replaced in its stand. The ending has a hooked spike. What further use could it have? Jewelry box.
Ah.
This must be where the piece in question has disappeared from. So many beautiful pieces remain. I believe I found everything here that can help me uncover the truth. Perhaps I must consider what exactly these clues means.
The longer you are here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Beside the bracelet, have you noticed anything else missing?
Is one bracelet not enough?
Please, mademoiselle, I only ask that you are sure. It is my duty to return your bracelet. I trust you keep track of your jewelry, especially those of such value to you.
I have checked everywhere. You can ask Elizabeth if you don't believe me. It is only my bracelet that is missing.
Und was war in dem Bett?
As I have stated, it is my duty to speak with every member of the house, and I would not want to have discovered a further missing piece later. You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Aha, da gibt es eine Verbindung zu Elizabeth. There was an opportunity to take more than just a bracelet. It appears this morning's weather was severe enough to shake the house to its core. A smattering of soot has fallen from the chimney. Ja, da hat auch irgendjemand drin rumgemacht.
Come, my little Bracelet.
Das muss irgendwie mit dem Soot irgendwie zusammenhängen hier. Hm?
I must act on thought.
Ah. Da ist irgendwie Glas. Haben wir das schon gemacht, oder? Angeline is rather flippant with her belongings, but has not noticed any more disappearances. The timing could not have been more perfect for Madame to ensure the jewelry. Perhaps just a coincidence?
I cannot see the logic in this.
Okay, das Glas kommt nicht vom Fenster.
Evidence in front of me.
Eieiei. Ja, ich glaube, ich tue mich hier so ein bisschen schwer hier. Hm? Okay, das Glas gehört hier zu dem Broken Glass. Das gehört zusammen.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
It seems the photograph fell on the floor and Angeline replaced it. Ja, hat sie es vielleicht runtergeschmissen? Jetzt können wir nochmal mit ihr reden. Ja, das wird aber auch nicht zusammenpassen.
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Can I assume the photograph was cracked by accident?
How should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. The artist was getting awfully angry at him.
If you'll entertain my curiosity, would you tell me about your father?
Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always knew how to put a smile on my face. I remember how much fun we would have, all three of us.
All three?
In the summer, father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever it was his turn to hide. I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and count, and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her book and flash a look towards his hiding spot. After I found him, he clapped and cheered as though I had won a gold medal. When I was hiding, it didn't matter where I was. He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert hider, but when I think back now, I know he was letting me win. He always said my smile was prize enough for him. He always knew just what to say.
I'm sure he would want you to be smiling today, even under such circumstances.
Having heard her story, I can begin to see why he is so missed. It is a tragedy, the loss of a loving father and husband.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Hier müssen wir noch eine Verbindung finden. Die Box ist offen. Müssen wir jetzt sie verbinden? Nee, das geht nicht. Gehört das zusammen?
Come, my little grey cells.
Nee.
We must...
So ist es wohl nicht gemeint. Cassandra has locked Florette in the lounge and refuses to relinquish the master key. Lounge door, it's locked and sobbing can be heard inside. I assume Madame has taken the law into her own hands. A rose, a crossed arrow symbol is carved into the locked door. If my knowledge serves me correctly, a reference to the great William Shakespeare. Talk to Cassandra and Elizabeth to advance the investigation.
Magnifique.
Das ist also beides mal Shakespeare. It seems someone in the house has a keen interest in the works of William Shakespeare. Die Collection of Novels passt aber nicht zu Shakespeare, oder?
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Okay, okay. Man hat also nicht sagen können, dass die Classic Novels nicht zu dem Shakespeare passen. Das ist die Verbindung bei ihr. Cassandra is widowed. Her husband and Angeline's father has sadly passed away. Hier den Schlüssel.
Aha.
Searching the bathroom is not essential to my current investigation. Nicht? Da brauchen wir also noch ein paar Verbindungen, die wir gerade noch nicht haben.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
Ja, ich kann anscheinend nichts Neues
Merci,
sagen.
madame. You have...
Können wir mit Elizabeth nochmal reden?
Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now. I can assure you I shall find the guilty party and the bracelet.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder if you could help me with some questions regarding the house.
Of course. Whatever I can do to help.
Ja, dann fangen wir doch mal erstmal damit an. Did you notice anything else missing when you returned?
Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin.
Memento tin could this have been what usually resides on the desk in Mademoiselle's bedroom?
She holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky. She normally keeps it close, but I didn't see it this morning.
There is sobbing coming from behind the locked lounge door.
When I left, Madame was with Florette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Nein.
Madame Van den Bosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where I may find it?
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart. Whatever that means.
I am filled with sorrow for the young girl trapped in the lounge. I must admit I have missed the thrill of solving a good puzzle. Perhaps the countryside is not as tedious as it seems on the surface.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable. Ah.
Also hier ist schon mal nichts versteckt. Gold Band, das bringt uns nichts. Ja, die kann wohl nichts Neues sagen. Obwohl wir sie darauf ansprechen könnten.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Na, ich kann nichts Neues
You have been
sagen.
of great help.
Da ist was faul.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Ja. Das Herz ist der Hinweis auf Shakespeare. A key is discreet enough to hide almost anywhere, even inside a book. Wir müssen wieder mit Elizabeth dann reden. Der Ring. Unknown Subject. Ja, den kennen wir jetzt ja. Wo ist der Husband? Ach, den kann ich anscheinend nicht auswählen. Da kann ich noch keine Verbindung herstellen. Hier soll es noch eine Verbindung geben. Poker und Fireplace finde ich ja ganz gut, dass es zusammenpasst, aber das hat ja nicht funktioniert, richtig?
I must act on thought and fact, not on...
Der Cleaning Rug, der wollte da auch nicht hin. Something else is missing. Geht das?
Order and method. That is the way to solve the...
Ja, anscheinend nicht. Dabei steht hier ja, perhaps, presumably Angeline knows about this. Nee. Tut sie wohl nicht. Weiß nicht, warum die blinken. Wurde das miteinander geöffnet?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
It was forced open and looking at the poker, I cannot see a delicate way it could have been done. Who would do such a thing and why? Someone forced the window open from inside. It was forced open, and looking at the poker I cannot see a delicate way it could have been done. Who would do such a thing and why? Die brauchen Geld? Ist das eine Verbindung?
Is there something I am not seeing?
Nee, da weiß ich gerade nicht, wie es weitergeht. Ich meine, die brauchen irgendwie anscheinend Geld. Reden wir erstmal mit Elizabeth.
Certainly, officer.
The house contains a great deal of literature. Are you all keen readers?
Madame is the one with the refined taste. Angeline and I are much more partial to a simple love story.
Aren't we all? Romeo and Juliet, the most famous of love stories.
I do enjoy it so. The passion, the romance. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Madame has a copy upstairs in the main hall.
Ah.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Dann weiß er also, wo er nachschauen muss. Das machen wir aber nicht mehr heute. Machen wir an dieser Stelle lieber erstmal ein kleines Päuschen. Und ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal.